But if you've got an ambition and you're on the fence about your own ambition, how the hell can you expect anyone to invest in what you're doing? Because you're not even serious about it. So stop reading motivational books. Stop fucking posting how many times you're rich dad, poor dad, and go out and go and get it. Stress is the main thing that drives me, yeah? And it makes me work hard, but then it breaks me at the same time. So I can work really good on stress and achieve mad things, but then a day later I can't handle it and I'm like, oh, and I've got nothing left in my body and I have to just rest it out. And that's what I've learned how to do. So if I'm get through a few days where I feel like my head's going, I'll just stop. Yeah. And I've learned that. It's the beautiful thing now. You can stop. And when I do stop, what I do is I sleep a lot. I try and eat really healthy. I try and watch my little boy smile and laugh as much as he can. I walk around my house and think about how far I've come, which I don't really do a lot. And I'm ready to go again.
Why don't you give yourself that pat on the back enough? I know a lot of successful.
I don't deserve it.
Even I don't do it.
I don't deserve it. I'm not there yet. What I'm patting myself on the back for? Yeah. What? So I can become complacent and do what everyone else does and try and act cool? Get out of here, man. I ain't cool. I'm just one of them guys that planned and found luck at the same time. And I'm alright at earning money. I might not be good at business, but I'm fucking good at earning money, mate. I am good at earning money. When we was growing up as kids, we come from like quite a hard family and we got given nicknames. And I got called Mallet Head because I had a small body with a big head. Oh. I'm not gonna say the way she said it because it was more swearing and I need to stop swearing, I just realised, yeah? But I got called Mallet Head and a few of my cousins used to take the piss out of me, call me Mallet, and I hated it. But when I come to about 15, 16, and I started like, I'd come from boxing and training, I got a lot of confidence, yeah? So I sort of used it as, yeah, Mallet Head, yeah, you ain't taking the piss out of me now sort of thing. And what I done was, when I went onto the show, because of the background that I come from, it weren't really accepted for me to go on TV. My people was like, what are you doing? And a few people was like, do it. So my real name's Tommy Fordham. So when I went on there, I didn't want to be searchable at the time. I didn't want people to dive into my stuff. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going on there and I'm just using my nickname, Tommy Mallet. Don't use my government name ever. And it only come out last year when I had the baby. So obviously I couldn't launch a brand called Tommy Fordham because of Tom Ford. So that's where Mallet come from. So when I done it, I kept it off the shoes for years. I didn't put the logo on the shoes. I just put it in the inner sole because I was worried that people weren't going to buy my product if it had my name on the side of it because I'd been on reality TV. But obviously, as time went on, and with the way that I PR'd the brand and PR'd myself to people to get the actual real me, people started like rating what I'd done. And that's how it started. That's exactly how it started. There's nothing more to it. It was literally, I met an agent because I weren't earning no money, yeah? And I was lending more and more money and getting into more and more debt at the time. And at the time I was like struggling for car payments and only had a smart car. And that's when I was like, all right, cool, I'm on a show here, yeah? How can I be on a show showing everyone my life and I've still got no dough? This is mad. So what I done was, I left my agent at the time because I didn't feel like I was getting brought to the front of the work. So I would do a few photo shoots with him and he had these slip-ons, yeah? And there was a good few £100 and I never had the money for them. So I was like, I want these. So I drew them myself, a different pair, and I sent them to the guy I just met. And when the sample come back, the sample was crazy. It was better than the ones that I wanted. It was £600-700. So that's it. The rest was history. That's exactly how it started. There was nothing more about it, no planning, nothing. It didn't go well for the first few years. It took a lot of work.
Why didn't it go well?
Because at the time when I launched, there weren't really that many brands out there apart from the majors, innit? Like I launched in 2015, so you obviously had your things going on. MTV was going on as well, innit?
Yeah.
So I was wearing that when I started because I used to have a link there. And what I'd done was, I just like, when I was adding up why it never worked, I'm still thinking now why it never worked at the start. Because I never had a clue how to market. I didn't know how to market. Why is someone going to buy a slip-on from a reality star? Why? But it wasn't until I started telling my story and learning how to design and really, really going for it, that's when it started popping.
So it was the story of how you got the shoe, which is what
I feel like the story, my story personally from where I come from, worked because people started showing me a different level of respect. Choice, my local store, took a punt at me, and I was doing miserably in there for ages, yeah? And then a few other stores done it. But what I done was, and then I released a certain shoe, yeah, but I released it on Black Friday, yeah? And it was all black. From that day, in 2015 to today, I've been the top selling product in that store. Never ever gone, it's always gone up,
Really?
up, always. Always, and that was with no marketing. I didn't do any marketing until 2021.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's
I didn't know what marketing was.
Do you think it's because the product's so good?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because I'm bringing something to the market where, but you see brands where people are too cool for school. People don't relate to it. Is that your phone?
Yeah.
What's that? Another £1 million? People can't relate to it. Yeah, people don't understand that. You may be doing well in hype, but hype dies. That's what hype is. So you know, when I was a hype customer and I was buying exclusive stuff, I would 1 minute wear Stone Island, then I'd wear Nike, then I'd wear Prada, then I'd wear this, but I would never stick to one brand and be loyal, yeah? So when you're like too niche and you're cool, you lose that customer. So you know when you see, for example, a terrace customer, so someone that goes to the football, yeah? Have you noticed? They all wear like Adidas Gazelles, they all wear Stoney, and they've been wearing it for 30 years. I worked out, if you can pin down that customer, they're loyal customers. That's the like, I ain't gonna mention the competitor brand, but the big brand that everyone's been wearing for years and years and years and years. You get 70-year-olds wearing it, and you get 20-year-olds wearing it, you get 15-year-olds, you get all different. And that's what I put my success down to. I stayed relatable. I didn't try to be too cool. I didn't come into money and start flaunting with it. I kept it easy, I kept it humble. I tried to stay in line with my customer at the same time.
Yeah.
And at the start, I feel like that really worked for me, because people wanted my story to work. And that, with the product that we was coming with and the price point and the timing and deliveries, people come to me and go, can you make a $3,000 shoe? And I go, yeah, I can, I know how to do that, but I can't because it goes against my story.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm in like limbo. Prices are going through the roof for everything at the minute, and all my competitors are going up to £1,000, but I'm standing around 200 mark, 220, yeah? To the point where I've got to be careful, because you can't sell too cheap, because then you become a cheap brand. So I keep my eye on the market a lot, and what I do is I just try to stay true to who I am, and I try not to take the piss. And by me doing that, I get the volume and I still get a decent margin out of it, because I don't think it's all about margin. It's more so seeing people wear my stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
And the
really.
frequency of how often they're wearing it too.
Listen, my order book goes through the roof. You've seen my numbers, yeah? Because you told me you've seen my numbers, yeah? My order book is always doubling. So I'm doing something right, ain't I? Instead of sitting there and going, well, we've got to put the prices up, why am I even going to get distracted about putting prices up and worrying how we look when the order book's doubling? But it's been doubling for 6 years now. You're a lot richer than me, yeah? Like, you can go and grab more money than me. I'm not going to go into figures because I don't like talking figures, yeah? But if I sold my business, then it's a different story, yeah? It's probably still not going to be as rich as you, but still. What's the difference between me and you?
Absolutely nothing. I've got a hat on, you ain't. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you wake up early this morning because the baby woke you up?
Yep.
Fucking hard, isn't it?
3 times.
Yeah, how's the money help you? Did it?
Nope.
No. How you feeling at the minute? You happy?
Good.
Yeah?
Tired.
Good. Exactly, bruv. So what's the difference between me and you?
Yeah.
There's no difference between me and you. Both done well for ourselves. Both comfortable. Both can look after our families, which is amazing. But when there's no ego attached to it, yeah, you're no different to me. Because I can't allow that to happen anyway. So even if you did, I'll laugh about it. Because I know people, billions, fucking millions, whatever. We're all the same. And I like that about you, yeah? Because I've been in contact with you for a long time. And I always wondered how you was going to be without the cameras on you. And I come in and you're one of the boys. So I'm happy that like my expectations was met. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm the way I am, because I know I do figures and I know that my business is banging, but it's banging today, innit? We don't know where we're going to be tomorrow, do we? Lucky enough, I got through Brexit and COVID, yeah? Which was challenging. Now we've got this mad price point stuff, and now we've got a war on our hands as well, yeah? I'm just happy that I can get through it. And that's the answer, Chulu. That's how I feel right now. You know how it is when you have a baby, innit? You have a baby, and that's all that matters now. The money's a bonus. You've earned, I'm talking about myself, because you've earned a few quid. Now you feel like you got the right to just lyric about your life to everyone. No one cares that much. Anyone can earn money. It comes luck, preparation, timing. Like, yes, it comes to the point where you need to put more work in than anyone. But that's your own obsession that brings you there, yeah? You ain't no better than anyone. I know a lot of people with rich parents, yeah? And they've got a level of entitlement. And I hate entitlement. Because entitlement's not right. You shouldn't be thinking that you're entitled to anything in life, because you're not, because it's borrowed, innit? So, and that sounds really harsh. He ain't getting set up so he thinks he's got 150k when he's 18. What's he gonna buy 150k? Go out and get it like I did. I'm being honest with you here.
It's true, it's true.
He ain't getting it.
Yeah.
So, I'm at that stage now where I can plot assets up, little bits and pieces. I'm going to Mallorca in the morning because I'm buying something out there at the minute. And obviously that all goes to my kids, yeah? It goes to my kids when I die, hopefully when I'm 90, if all goes well, yeah? I ain't gonna let some little blonde kid run around the streets, yeah, thinking I got 150 grand coming to me when I'm 18. It ain't happening. Because I didn't, I had to buy all my own stuff. And I need to teach him the way I was brought up. A lot of the kids that I met who come from wealthy backgrounds, who knew that they had a trust fund, yeah, didn't have much drive because they knew that they had it, yeah? But then if you meet the kid from the estate who wants to get his mum off the estate, that's where the drive's built, yeah? And that's where the real mindset's built.
I'm never going to stop, just like you're never going to stop. The money keeps getting reinvested. How much money is enough money? Well, I want all the money in the world because that's what I strive for, success, and success brings the money. Yeah. So there's nothing that's kind of going to stop me. What's your best advice to someone that wants to start a company?
Can I ask you a question first?
Go on.
Why do you want all the money in the world if it don't make you happy?
It's the process of getting to that stage, because it's really fucking hard. There's nothing easy about it. But if I had it easy, I'd probably go insane. Do you know what I mean?
Thanks, I needed that.
It's the whole entire process. Like, I don't know how to get all the money in the world, but fuck me, I'm gonna love trying. Do you know what I'm saying? It's hard, so that's why I like that thought. What's your best advice for someone that wants to start a business but it's on the fence? Because there's a lot of them people, they want to read books and get all the motivation in the world.
Don't start.
Don't start.
No, because why are you on the fence for? You can't be on the fence in business. How much do you want it? You can't be on the fence about wanting something, can you? You know, like when we was younger and all our ambitions and dreams for the business.
Yeah.
Was you ever on the fence about it?
What the fuck? I didn't even think about that.
Well, go back to sleep if you're on the fence then, and wake up in a different fucking headspace. Because if you're on the fence, unless there's something really stopping you from doing it, and there's no way of doing it, then whatever, be on the fence. But if you've got an ambition and you're on the fence about your own ambition, how the hell can you expect anyone to invest in what you're doing? Because you're not even serious about it. So stop reading motivational books, stop fucking posting how many times you're rich dad, poor dad, and go out and go and get it. People making power moves do not talk about power moves. That's how it works. Because, yeah, I might fail doing it, but I have got no doubt in my mind that I'm going to try as hard as I can, and I'll outwork most people. And I know it's very hard for me to say that, yeah? I could work for 48 hours, no sleep, straight up, just full on, my head going. You can tell I'm not normal. I'm not the normal person. So on the fence is not in my vocabulary. I don't understand it. Don't get it. I can't relate to anyone as saying they want to start a business because they're on the fence. Go and get a job, man. You ain't cut out for it. That's the answer. You are not cut out if you're asking that question.
Yeah, it's a hard, long road as well.
Whoa, yeah. Fucking tight my laces and go and do it. Yeah. And foul. Foul. Because, like, all them knows, build a big mountain with them and then stand at the top when you get a yes. And then show everyone that you got a yes. Because that's always based off it.
Have you always been built this way, this I can mentality?
No. I was built off of quite a negative mindset because my brother's got the best grades in the UK and a master's or whatever he's got, or a first class honours in what he does. My brother's the smartest person I've ever met, and so is my dad.
Really?
My dad obviously got a bit of bad luck here and there with what he did, having 2 kids and being where we're from. And for me, I didn't know anyone who went to university growing up. No one where I'm from went to university. It's not a thing. It's not a thing where it is now, but where I grew up, university is not a thing. Growing up, it was go to school, either go to school, do well, smash it, go university, get a mortgage, pay the mortgage off. What's that thing called when you're waiting to die and they give you a few quid every month?
Pension.
A pension. Get a pension and then retire and then sell your and then your kid gets your house and that's it. You're a success. I'm looking at it thinking, nah, bruv, because my dad's mad stressing me. That's not what I don't see what that is. But then the other bit was leave school, put your name down on the council, the local council, get a council house, get a job at the council, and then you've got a job. And then you've got a low rent and you've got a low paid job, but you can get on with it. I didn't really get none of that. And I felt useless for so long, yeah, because I got involved in a lot of madness growing up, yeah. But when I was involved in the madness, I didn't want to be in that madness because I didn't feel right. I felt like I needed to do right by my parents. And they treat me like shit. And they used to go, oh yeah, go and make tea. Or if I was reading the paper, I would pretend I was reading the paper to fit in, take the paper and throw it. Go and pick that up. But what happened was, yeah, I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm going to end up killing one of these geezers. So I'm out of here. I'm bouncing. And I went down the wrong road for a year, yeah. And my dad used to come in from work and I was still in bed at like 1 o'clock. And I had no ambition, nothing. But I always knew I was going to be a millionaire at that stage still. I just didn't know I was going to get there. I then started learning that there was more to me than what I thought. And I can't get written off so early because of my learning difficulties. I can be someone. I am strong. I am powerful. I have got an aura. I can make the best out of a bad situation here, yeah? Because trust me, even though I was on TV, it was a bad situation. I had nothing. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going for it. If you ask someone who has become a huge success, they've never lived by the way they talk. Because what's that Pythagoras theory or something? That circle thing with some numbers in. Who the fucking I never used that in my life, mate? You mad? You don't need that to count £1 million. Nah. And if you can look at things in different ways and break it down different to someone else, and there's 20 people going for the same thing, you've got a better chance of doing it yourself. Because they're all doing it the same. You've done it different, and you're gonna win. That's why I'm different, because I'm not doing this seasonally, and I'm not celebrating the wins. I'm celebrating the wins of another win. That's why I'm different. And I don't know. You tell me. And I'm not gonna sit here and say I've got all the answers. I've just got a lot of enthusiasm, and I've got this fire in me to become the best of what I can be. I don't want to be better than you, and I don't want to be better than anyone else. I want to be the best of what I can do, and that's what drives me.
Do you think you'll ever find all the answers?
I had a breakdown when I first started, a stress breakdown, and that was a madness, man. Really? Yeah, that changed my life because I blamed it on depression for years, and it weren't depression, it was just stress. And then I learned how to deal with it, and that was my biggest life change. When you find out how much you're worth, yeah, discount stops.
But the thing is, it's way better to do it badly than not to do it at all. You'd never know that until you pursued the proper goal long enough to find out who you would be as a consequence of it.